Well, we're waking up this morning to a few sprinkles in the area. I want to start with our Belleville camera where you can see a couple of those raindrops have accumulated on our camera lens here. 45 over at Metro, so not far off from Belleville, but 46 in Ann Arbor, 45 in Howell, 41 in Port Huron. And we have a northerly flow of air, and we hold on to that because of that cold front, which means we are going to be trending cooler today. But on Exact Track 4D, scattered showers draping the area, kind of those garden variety, shall we call it. Now you'll see that there's more of a distinct line south of I-94. That's what pushed through Belleville, but off towards Milan into Carlton, Gibraltar, Trenton, downriver there. And so let's go ahead and kind of check out what we have on tap here. So if you are waking up in Novi, joining us close to I-96, that stretch that's west of the 696 corridor off towards Milford, that's where we do have a couple pockets of more moderate showers. Otherwise, a little more widespread light rain into Huntington Woods, Pleasant Ridge along 696, and that's going to take us down towards Hazel Park into Madison Heights, even stretching up towards Sterling Heights. But this is a better look at that more moderate pocket, giving you street level mapping. That's going to be Taft where it meets with I-96 and then stretching close to West Road as you get north of the I-96 corridor. Into Milan, US 23, that's where we have another moderate pocket. So you get the picture. It's kind of hit or miss. But let's go ahead and look at Exact Track 4D, more of a regional view. Cold front bringing us that cooler air, but we have high pressure coming out of Canada that's going to dominate the weather pattern by this afternoon and beyond. So we break apart the clouds late this morning and we welcome the sunshine, but only getting in the low 60s today. High temperatures across the area will be on either side of 60, but trending cooler in Port Huron and Sandusky this afternoon. Today's winds, 15 to 20 mile per hour gusts, which could lead to a little bit of a wind chill factor. I think by 6 o'clock this evening, that mid 40s will be right around 37 for the feels like temperature, and actual air temperatures dip into the upper 30s tonight into Friday morning and will be a little cooler in the outlying areas. That could result in some patchy frost through the overnight, and that's likely the last frost threat that we have this season, because as you look at this temperature outlook through not just the middle of May, but now taking us into late May, we are trending above average. So as far as planting, by Friday afternoon and beyond, I'm giving you the green light where we'll have pleasant conditions and warmer than average temperatures. And then as far as Mother Nature giving you a splash of rain for everything you planted, well, Saturday evening, a little bit of moisture. I don't think that we see rain out of that. I think our best chance doesn't arrive until Tuesday evening, and another chance as we head into Wednesday. So a dry stretch that we're in, and that comes with 70-degree temperatures. I won't even rule out a few 80s early next week.
Yeah. Just $6. All right. Big thanks to them, and thanks to Mother Nature, because we're about to head on the upswing and stay there.
Absolutely.
You were like wiggling. You know, Darnell always has a little dance when it's nice weather.
It's in my, wow, you're right. It's so
you do. Usually it's off camera, but it snuck on camera this time.
You stopped just short of doing this, which would have been very embarrassing for you.
I can narrate it. Jason was doing a little shimmy action. Oh, Exact Track 4D. So it's kind of a rocky start for folks that are south of I-94, where we have a few passing heavy downpours, and we've had a couple little lightning strikes even pop up. Nothing severe, but definitely a disturbance rolling through in the wake of this passing front, but we're drying things out as we speak. So once this pushes through, it's out of here. But if you're joining us south of Pittsfield Township, so we're talking down into Milan, into Carlton, downriver, Gibraltar, that's where we have some of those showers. And so you get towards Metro Airport north, and we've been drying things out, though Hamtramck's still holding on to a light shower that stretches off towards Highland. But that's a look at US 23 in Milan, where we do have some heavier rain. So once again, broader view to show you up into Oakland County, Macomb County. We have drier conditions, same in Livingston. Oh, we have a plane landing as we speak and a train going by. Lots of action over at Metro Airport. Nothing coming from the clouds, though. And so we did have some rain there earlier, but no standing waters. We're drying things out. 44 degrees over at Metro, 42 in Pontiac. Groseal has not been reporting this morning, but it can't be that far off than the other sites. 43 in Port Huron. So Exact Track 4D showing it's that cold front that's close to the Ohio River now that is going to bring the cooler air mass for today. But we have a Canadian high pressure that will continue to dominate our weather pattern over a stretch of days, and that's going to clear out the cloud cover into the afternoon. Temperatures topping out right around 60, mostly sunny skies for the afternoon, but you might need that extra layer, especially if you are north of I-69. And so for Port Huron, Sandusky, we're likely only in the upper 40s today. A lot of 50s is where we'll top out along and north of M59 and right around 60 in the heart of the metro area. Today's winds also play a little factor. We'll have those wind gusts between 15 to 20 miles per hour. And so that's enough of a breeze to make it feel a couple degrees cooler. So wind chills not overly significant, but I do want to point out that when we're sitting in the 40s this evening, likely feeling like the 30s, and actual air temperatures fall into the 30s tonight. Now, upper 30s the closer you get to Metro Airport, but the outlying rural areas could be in the low to mid 30s, and that means there is a chance for frost formation tonight that would be patchy. Otherwise, once we turn the corner tomorrow afternoon, we're not looking back. I think we're done with the frost at that point. Overnight lows next week 60, which is closer to what our highs are today. So you'll be able to plant, especially when the Climate Prediction Center is giving us a long-range outlook not only through the 18th, but now through the 22nd of trending above average with those temperatures. So green lights for planting come this weekend. Maybe plant some flowers for mom outside, as we will have pleasant conditions through the weekend as 70s return. Now, will you have to water that? Well, you likely will for a few days. Picking up a little moisture on our model data late Saturday evening, but I don't think we see that fall to the surface. Better chance for rain doesn't arrive until Tuesday evening, and we'll have another chance for some showers going into your Wednesday. So Tuesday and Wednesday of next week is when rain will work its way back in, but before we get there, we could even have a few 80s early next week.